One of the most difficult things to learn in algebra is how to translate word problems into algebraic expressions, how to go from English into math and math back to English. Well, let's try some examples and see if it can make a little more sense. Let's try this. Your age 10 years from now, if your current age is expressed as the variable x, well, you could just write x, your current age, plus 10 more years. Or, because it's an addition, you can just write 10 plus x. Either way still works. Let's try another one. 5 less than. This is really difficult for a lot of people. 5 less than twice a number x. Well, 5 less than means we're going to take 5 away from twice x, 2 times x. And now there'll be another one like this, so pay attention. 5 less than means you're going to take it away at the end. Put it at the end over there. Twice the number x minus the 5. 8 times the sum of a number x and 20. Now, sum means you're going to add them together first. And sometimes it can be helpful to use parentheses to let you know to do it first. So the sum of a number x and 20 is x plus 20. You have to find that sum and then multiply times 8. So when you think sum or difference, sometimes you need to think, hey, I need to use some parentheses here to make sure that I'm going to find the sum or difference first, and then I'll do that multiplication. Just keep an eye out for that. That may be a possibility. I'm sure we're going to have another one like this. Let's try this. 7 more than 4 times a number n. Well, 4 times the number n is just 4 times n, 4n. 7 more than that, you add 7. Now remember, this is addition, so if you want to, you can switch these around. 7 plus 4n will be the same thing. So 7 times a number subtracted from the number. This one's kind of tricky. Well, 7 times the number is just going to be 7n. 7 times a number. We're going to call that variable n. Now notice that a number and the number, they're going to be the same number. They're both going to be n. So we're subtracting 7n from that original n, so it's n minus the 7n. Let's do another one. The number of cents and 8 cents less than, or we're going to take away 8 cents, number of cents, less than q quarters. Now we got to pay attention to q quarters. How many cents in each quarter? Let's pay attention to that, but we also need to make sure we remember that 8 cents less than that many quarters is going to be minus 8 cents. Now, let's remember, we're trying to find the number of cents. That's going to be 25 cents times each quarter. So 8 cents less than those quarters will be 25 times each quarter minus 8 cents. And let's do another one. The sum of, well, we're going to add some things together. What are we adding? 5 squared and the square of n. So 5 squared, 5 to the second power, and the square of n to the second power. We can just write it like that. Nothing else necessary. Well, this one looks like fun. Let's see, the product of, we're going to multiply, 3 and the difference of 5 in a number. Well, there's that difference that I was telling you about before. Here's where those parentheses come in. We're going to have the product of 3 and the difference. We have to find the difference first, then multiply times 3. Difference of 5 in a number is just 5 minus n. And you would just keep it in that order. It's not going to be n minus 5. It has to stay in that same order. 5 in a number is 5 minus n. Now, the reason why we're using these parentheses is because we're supposed to do subtraction last, but I don't want that. I want the difference so I can then multiply it times 3. That's why I'm using those parentheses. find the difference, and multiply it times 3. Let's try another one. 5 less than. That means we're going to subtract that 5. The product of 3 and a number. That means we're going to multiply 3 times a number x. That's it. We've had problems like this before. Now let's see, a number n, our variable is going to be n. And it's subtracted from, we're going to take that away from, the quotient of 2 and 3. Well, subtracted from means we're going to take away that n. Subtracted from, quotient means divide, 2 divided by 3. Now, very often you're going to see division written as a fraction from now on, so get used to that. You could have written 2 divided by 3 minus n, but the best way of writing it is as a fraction. 2 divided by 3 is 2 over 3. Hey, there's another quotient. The quotient of 5 less than a number n and 6. The and is going to separate the two different things you're going to be dividing. 5 less than a number n and 6. It's division, so let's see. 5 less than a number is n minus 5, and we're dividing the 6. But again, you should write it like this. N minus 5 on top and 6 on the bottom. Whichever number comes last, that goes on the bottom. Okay, the sum of, we're going to be adding 3 times a number, well, just make up some variable, and 5. The sum of 3 times a number, 3 times x, and 5. I think we're starting to get the hang of it. Now, this one's a little different. The 3 times the sum of a number and 5. This is different. So we need to use parentheses because we're going to find the sum of those two and then multiply it times the 3. 3 times the sum of a number and 5. Well, I hope by doing some of these examples that you learned some of the shortcuts and some of the things to watch out for when you're translating these, some of the important words like sum and difference, quotient, and product.